leads them to gold here in Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
And Greg Popovich leads them to gold here in Tokyo. Greg Popovich leads them to gold here in Tokyo.
Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking my dude Popovich, y'all, and he's been under fire. Well, at least at first he was under fire for the U.S. basketball team losing some exhibition games, losing the first game of their tour. But guess what? They still pulled out the gold. He still showed that he's a coaching GOAT. I keep trying to tell y'all, stop being goofy. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say stupid because I'm teaching my daughter that stupid is a bad word. So stop being goofy, y'all. Stop being goofy. Greg Popovich is one of the GOATs, okay? He's had a down couple years because we don't have the superstar talent, but he still can coach. Is he perfect? God no. But he's still one of the GOAT coaches on the planet. So I don't want to hear anything, and I want you to put some respect on my dude's name. Put some respect on my dude's name. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. And also, don't forget to hit that bell, that notification bell, so you see all the videos. Thanks for the support. Woo! I keep trying to tell y'all, man. We need to appreciate Greg Popovich. We need to appreciate this guy. I know he has some quirks. I know he doesn't do everything perfectly, especially with younger players, but he's still one of the premier coaches on the planet. And we should feel blessed to have him on the Spurs organization. Too many fans within Spurs Nation, too many fans within basketball, commentary, so-called experts are bashing Greg Popovich about exhibition games. You get what I'm saying? About exhibition games and about them dropping the first game on this tour as a U.S. basketball team. It's just one game, y'all. You got to think about the circumstances. You got a bunch of individual players, a bunch of ISO players coming together, and Greg Popovich and Steve Kerr and the coaching staff and everyone involved has to make them, come together, not from a selfish standpoint, just from a gaming standpoint, kind of make the whole team cohesive. And that's easier said than done. So we have all these writers being nasty to Greg Popovich. We have all these fans being nasty to Greg Popovich. You guys have no idea how difficult that is, man. And shout out to Kevin Durant, man. I've been harsh on Kevin Durant ever since he joined the Warriors. I'm a little sore about that. But after just seeing him lead the USA team to this victory, helping my dog, Greg Popovich, get the haters off his back, I think it's just time for me to let that S go. It's a family show, so I'm going to say S. I think it's time for me to let that S go. Because, man, he was playing lights out in this gold game. The three wasn't dropping at first, and that joker went to the mid-range. And ironically, that's one of the criticisms that Spurs Nation has had about Popovich. The fact that we don't shoot enough threes. The fact that he doesn't, he depended on DeRozan and Murray so long shooting mid-range jumpers. And to be honest with you, it was that experience that came into play for this gold medal game, because they weren't hitting threes at first. I think they were 0 for 8 to start the game, so they had to go into the mid-range. And who's more of a master than the mid-range than Greg mother effing, I said effing, Popovich, baby.
In his face! Yes, in the face!
Another thing I wanted to address was some fans, a small minority of fans, complaining about the playing time that Keldon Johnson received during this tour. Listen, y'all, man, the fact that Keldon Johnson is on the team, was on the squad, is huge for the San Antonio Spurs. So don't give Popovich a hard time for not playing the young fella that many minutes, because think about it, who is playing ahead of him? You got Tatum, you got Kevin Durant putting in work at the 3 and the 4 position. Come on, y'all. You have to really become a student of the game if you aren't one by now. Come on. It's basketball outside of San Antonio. I love KJ. I love Keldon Johnson. I love this guy, but his game needs work. And when you're around star players, Dame Lillard, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, you have to take a back seat to these guys. And hopefully, my prayer for him is that he's learning something, that he's picking up, work ethic. He's picking up the intangibles. He's picking up what it takes to be a next level player. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if he's going to be a Kevin Durant type of player, but he can pick up some of those tendencies. You get what I'm saying? To make himself an all-star player. He's probably the most talented player on the San Antonio Spurs right now. Okay, so we just have to be patient. This experience for him, he will never forget for the rest of his life. Winning a gold medal for the USA, playing in the Olympics, man. That is a blessing, man. And I hope he takes that energy and he turns it into production for the San Antonio Spurs. Another reason why I made this video is, Greg Popovich is really dropping hints that he may retire. This may be it. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if his successor will be Becky. Well, I'm pretty sure it would be, which would be a great feel-good story. I think she deserves a shot with a group of young guys. But with that said, Greg Popovich, he does troll a little bit. He does, he does have a sense of humor. So he may be coming back. I hope he's coming back. You get what I'm saying? As much as I want Becky to get a shot, her shot will come eventually. But I want Greg Popovich to give it a year or two before he, retires, because I think he has something to give to these young players. A no excuse attitude, a do whatever it takes type attitude. I think our younger players need that, especially Primo. I probably have a video about Primo coming up later on today, because I have been watching, some highlights of the summer league games. So I think, those type of players, younger players, Wizcamp, all these guys, even Murray and White, quote unquote older players, need that push to take them to the next level. That same push that Greg Popovich gave Tony Parker years ago, that same push that he demanded from players like Bruce Bowen, Danny Green, even Robert Horry to an extent, where he pushed them beyond their limits, beyond, the category of role player. And I hope he comes back. But if he does decide, as of this video, to retire, I can't blame him for that, because he's had one hell of a run. That's why I just do not accept criticism of Greg Popovich, man. I don't accept it, because the NBA is an ever-changing element, an ever-changing force. And just because we don't have a Tim Duncan or a David Robinson or a Manu or a Tony doesn't make him less of a coach. You have to have a combination of the two. Great X's and O's and a great player. Look at Giannis, man. He won the championship because he's an MVP caliber player. We don't have a player like that as of right now. So give Greg Popovich his roses right now. He deserves them. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for kicking it with me. Congratulations to the USA basketball team. Shouts out to Greg Popovich, man. Well done, sir. Well done. All right, guys, check out the other videos on the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.